I'm not gonna drag this video out for watch time. You've probably already guessed it. I've got a Fullmetal Alchemist tattoo because, yeah, I think Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is the anime of the year 2009 and is an absolute masterpiece. But stick around to hear about some other really great animes that came out in 2009 and some not so great ones as well. Darker Than Black, Gemini of the Meteor was fine. I'd say it's a low 7, high 6. I know I watched it, I know I found it enjoyable, I can tell you the rough story, but I don't really remember the finer details. It was an interesting follow-up to the first season of Darker Than Black, and I think it was a good series overall that had a solid story, but whether or not we actually got the second season, I think season 1 on its own was a good, rounded ending, and I'm glad that we got additional content, but I didn't feel it was necessary. Fairy Tail, I never watched, so I can't really judge. A Certain Scientific Railgun, never managed to finish the series either. Back in the day, everyone was talking about this series, and it was during the period of my life where I would watch anything and everything. And even though I couldn't get invested in the series, pretty sure I watched a few episodes, but even after the first episode, I knew this anime ain't for me. Or as my prepubescent brain would have thought at the time, I'm not enjoying this series, so that must mean it's bad, as opposed to the reality of being, I'm not enjoying this anime because it's not for me. Because if you don't enjoy an anime, it doesn't make it bad. It just might mean it's not for you. Does it mean it can't be bad? No, it might be a bad anime that is also just not for you. But just because you don't like it, doesn't mean it's bad. But it may also be bad, and you don't like it. I joked about Spice and Wolf Season 2 in the previous video and how it taught me about stocks and crypto. But that wasn't a joke. Spice and Wolf 2 literally tells the story of a pyrite crypto exchange. A wandering salesman comes into a town and starts selling pyrite, promising it has magical properties. People start buying, and suddenly there's a hot new trend in town. Think fidget spinners before they got popular, or the 1,000-degree knife challenge. My references really need updating. They're like 10 years old at this point. But I'm no longer with it. Anyway, everyone in town wants to buy pyrite now because it's becoming more and more sought after each day because more and more people are buying it. Because it's becoming more and more sought after, which leads to more and more people buying it, which makes it more and more sought after, which leads it's an Ouroboros. It goes round and round and round. Person A buys pyrite for 1 silver coin and sells it to person B for 3 silver coins. Person B then sells it to person C for 5 silver coins. And person C sells it to person D for 10 silver coins. And on and on and on it goes, each person hoping to buy it at a lower price than they sell it for. Each person only buying it hoping to be able to sell it for a profit, with no actual interest in holding onto it. And eventually, this piece of pyrite that in reality is worth less than half a bronze coin is worth 10 gold coins. But then the bubble bursts, and person T can't find anyone willing to buy pyrite for more than they paid for it. And the new trend comes along where everyone wants to buy wheat. No one's buying pyrite anymore, and everyone's buying wheat. Suddenly, the best price you can get for a chunk of pyrite you brought 3 days ago for 10 gold coins is 1 gold coin. 10 times less than you paid for it. And if you wait any longer, it might drop down to only being worth silver coins. That is crypto in a nutshell. People only buying because they want to sell it on for a profit, with no actual interest in the product they actually have. Speaking of money, if you had 10 billion yen to fix your country, what would you do? How would you do it? How would you fix your country? The answer is fuck all. Eden of the East is a peculiar anime that is part murder game, part philosophical discussion, part political commentary, part what the fuck did I just watch kind of series. 12 random people are given 10 billion yen by a mysterious individual who gives them unlimited resources and one instruction: use this money to fix Japan.
Your remaining balance is 8,262,307,719 yen.
10 billion yen sounds like a lot, and it is. But if you convert it into British pounds, it totals just under 50 million pounds, which again sounds like a lot. And is. But to put that in perspective, in the UK, we have something called the NHS, the National Health Service, which costs around £21 million to run per hour, which means for 50 million, you could cover the medical cost of the NHS for just about 2.5 hours. I like this series, and it's definitely a series you need to watch a second or third time to really appreciate, but 10 billion yen would do barely anything. it wouldn't even make a scratch in the economic finance problem. Being given 10 billion yen to fix a country is like being given a shot glass to empty out a sinking ship. You can try all you want, but water is flooding in far faster than you can get out, and that tiny shot glass isn't gonna make a change.
The joke's on us, though. There's no way you can change the world with a measly 10 bill. It's impossible. The bastards who forced us into this game should die.
But as I said at the start of this video, my anime of the year is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood because it is a really well written story, made off the back of understanding that you've already watched the original Fullmetal Alchemist, so don't need to waste time on filler content or explain too much of the backstory because they know, yeah, we already know. Plus, the philosophy, haha, yes, puns, of the series is one that I live by every day. If you want to gain something, something of equal value must be lost. And in a lot of cases, if you want to gain something, something of a lot more value must be lost. But the message still stands. If you want something, you have to put the work in. And that's why AI art is fucking worthless. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Check out this video to hear my Anime of the Year 2010.